Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is yet another episode of Voices for a New Humanity. My name is Aliza Bloom Robinson, and New Humanity Now is a phrase for a new consciousness, for a new experience in the world that is about love and light and kindness and compassion. And I've been doing these conversations with amazing people who are living what I call new humanity by whatever they call their work or their experience of it. So today I am just thrilled to have with me a brand new friend. We have just sort of recently connected, but today my guest is Sunshine Houlihan, and she is all about the understandings of joy. She's all about joy. She is the one, if you see her on Facebook, she's often going to have a sunburst. Like she takes these amazing sun pictures right above her head, sometimes out above, where she is like one with the sun. It was those types of pictures that caused us to really connect and relate. So I welcome you, Sunshine, and I would love for you to just do a little bit more of an introduction if you'd like, and so glad you're here.
Thank you so much, Aliza. I'm just so glad to be here with you on Voices for a New Humanity. And I think you've just hit the bell right there that it's about joy.
Yeah.
It's about joy. And as we interact with the world to be our true selves, our true source selves. And in this, you're right, I wanted to show up in the world, communicating, lighting, lighting wherever I can, through photographs, through voice, through word, through song, lighting anyone who I interact with, because it is about an interrelationship in allness. So there's the self source, we are lit, and there is the beautiful vast allness.
It's so wonderful. I want to just mention, because you asked me to mention it, but you also said you sparked something in me, because the group that we actually met in, I think, is called Sparkling Masters. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to Becky Britton. Do you want to mention her book? Because you had mentioned her book earlier.
Yes,
Oh,
her book is out on Amazon to order. It's called The Art of Sparkling. And these connections that we have been finding are in our regular communities, and they're across the globe. And now we're finding we're all getting together, we're all sharing our words, our voice, our dance. Becky also has another dance group. And so you connect also with voice and word. You've written a few books. I really enjoy some of them about what are we to do
yes.
is one of yours, and another about ease. So
Yes.
as it's also about, as we create, as we show up, to be using our voice, our song, our word. And this, I'm grateful also to Becky for connecting us as sparklers.
I just finished a pre-read of her book this morning. In fact, I've been working on it for a while, but it is that sparkle. But I think where I want to really take us, which is really into your work and how you capture those sun beings and how you become one with all of that. But it is really like the presence. It's like when we tap into the presence of who we are, then that sparkle becomes it just emanates. And so would you share a little bit about, like, I know one of the first times we actually connected, other than we were seeing each other out there, so I'm like, how do you take those pictures? Oh, I actually have some of those pictures. Should we show those,
Oh,
or do you want
good.
to speak about it
Sure. Oh,
first?
please do. Please do. It gives some context
All right, let me
about
just show.
nature.
Here's one of Sunshine. Isn't that brilliant? That's probably one of the first ones, or something like that I saw, that I'm like, I need to know who this woman is, right? I'm going to stop,
Yes.
see if I can stop the
So,
share. Oh, did you want to speak into that one?
yes, I realized that part of my journey is about showing up as my source self. And by showing up as part of the allness, as part of my source self and the allness, is I am also the sun. Look at the seen and unseen. And that in that you can create your world and you can create what you see. And that is the beauty.
That's so wonderful. It's so like the words that you use are truth, obviously. I guess I would
They
say
are.
the words you use are not truth, but the words that you use, but there's a resonance there. But the way, what's unique for me about you is the way that you actually become and really use that sun.
Yes, I am that sun. You know, we are all can be part of that sun. We be a part of nature, and it's about our interactions, our showing up, our makeup, our new makeup as we create. And so it's about play, create. And for me, I made those, I regularly, you know, show the sun or the water because it's about seeing the unseen. And for many, they can see it as, you know, beautiful circles in the water, right? We're made of water. And so
Right,
it's about the elements we already are, and that we are part of this beautiful place that is Earth. And we are part of all the vastness of the cosmos. We're all of it, but we are living it here, as you said. And so that is the part is you bring it here to this Earth, and you are creating where where is your joy? Is your joy in interacting in your nature? Is your joy working with computers? Is your joy in family life? What types of things interest everyone, and doing that in pure joy, and adding as much as one can into the creation of, as you said, the word resonance. So it is basically that we are a resonance field, and that we can take things out, put things in, and that's the play and the wonder of it.
yeah, we were talking earlier also about just really why, and part of the reason why we post so much. You post that, we post in our Sparkling Masters anything that sparkles. I'm
Yes, we do.
posting anything that's birthing a new world right now through the month of June, and I post lots of flower pictures. I'm just a brand new photographer, and so but I'm posting what
Oh,
I'm learning, but we do that because we're seeding the field, right? And you had talked about how people who might see that, and you just referred to it there too, might begin to see it in you, might begin to notice it out in the world, and might begin to wake up at a new
yes.
level to a new awareness.
Yes, so that becomes a new normal for them. You know, that it is it as they see it, as they go outside, they might see the sun in a different way. They might see water a different way. They might feel and actually, you know, change inside themselves. Where I've been finding a lot of people, just, you know, everyone regular, I'm sure you are too, is that as we see them in our movie, they are finding their creativeness. So this really is about, what is your creativeness? What are you to do? What is your joy? For me, I'm just showing up, right? Is this. And and the beauty is, I see people creating who hadn't created music before. They are creating music that's astounding, because it's from their core heart, from their core of their origin self. They're finding this. And other people are, you know, like you, helping people edit books, or, you know, so many things people are creating. And the children, you know, they're just really getting in touch with nature now, you know, because they've been at home in a while. So they're creating gardens and things. So I think it is, it's a universal cosmos kind of creation period we're in now, because as you mentioned, what is the new now? And I love.
It's so rich and yummy and delicious. And I think, yeah, it is a new humanity. And it is, you know, this pandemic that we've been in has given the whole world this sort of collective, like, breath, and
Yes.
and to see what comes out of it. It's like I did a short video the other day about, you know, what's changed in you, you know, during this sort of time away. And what you're speaking to is that creativity that people are finding, that
It's the
inspiration.
creativity.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And it is about, your own self source. So you're here, you're as this power that you are, you're creating in the areas you want to create, you're creating in joy. And then it does seem there is sort of a resonant attractor field that
Mhm.
those like like us that you're supposed to be working with and interacting, that you can just they just join in, and it can happen so beautifully in our own families, in our own community on this earth. It's no longer is it's something that's separated or different. It's just here. Exactly.
One
Yes.
of the you had sent me some languaging, and one of the words that I wanted to just touch on was your use of no longer understanding, but now inner standing.
Yes, and it's not original to me, but as you know, we share words, and I've discovered about clarity of words and about voice and about song. So, as I might sing this sounds to you, it would be and so as we do that kind of speaking, sounding our origin self, our songs, that the words, the clarity of our words, the clarity of our voice, they create structures. They may be light structures, they may be physical structures as we do them on earth, but they do tend to, as you have said, create something immediately.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, it's beautiful. And it's no longer the outer. I mean, it hasn't been for a long time, but the recognition, like more of a collective recognition of that inner, brings us to one of the aspects that I talk about in New Humanity Now, and it's like from separate to oneness, but from oneness to this space of allness. And when we are
Yes,
the allness, then what comes is authentic and true and um, pure, if you will, but also so very co-creative immediately.
immediately. Beautifully said. Absolutely beautifully said. And, it's something as we can take even our hands out and move them, because as we move our hands in the field, we can feel energy, and the whole quantum science, there's photonics, and the whole sciences are catching up with parts of our inner makeup through our heart, through our own sons. And so it's going to be very exciting about what you speak about is our our self-source essence and the allness,
Mhm.
that how vast it is. So with the inner, there is the inner world where we are, in my generation we did a lot of external, you
Right.
know work, and
External
always
doing.
forgetting to put on our own oxygen mask, for sure. I certainly did that.
Right.
And now it's not everyone did that, but some of us. And so now those of us who had, not had our oxygen masks on, we put them on, and we're creating in beauty, and we're creating in all the qualities of, integrity, honesty, uh, truth, as you said. But it has to do with our source, our joy, all those beautiful attributes. and
Mhm.
and it's not to
Mhm.
say there isn't darkness. It's not to say that there's only light, because that there would be, I'm sure, very difficult times. You know, if someone were to die, to disappear, or whatever, you might go through an emotion or a feeling, but there seems to be now a way to uh, maintain balance, to be your own resonant self,
Mhm.
where we are very heart feeling, and um, so the waves that life brings are easier to go through.
Right, right,
That ease that you were speaking about in your books.
right, right. In my book, Falling into Ease. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. There is a level of ease, and I'm glad that you brought up, because it's not that we won't have challenges, but
absolutely.
it gives us a different, like, touch point that you can navigate through them, and you can remember to find your own sourceness quicker, right? When we're full, because we have our
It's
oxygen
it's
mask on.
it's very, and it's a very immediate thing, and it does seem to help um, all situations and those around us.
Mhm.
Kind of like we're all held in this beautiful loving kindness is one of the words that it's recently arrived, and it's this word I saw this cutest video of an old neighbor friend in Maine, and the little boy for his dad's Father's Day said the word loveness. I will bring you loveness, and it's love
Loveness.
and kindness together. Loveness, and the child's about 3. And
That's
what a perfect word to be loveness.
to
And
be
I think that's part
loveness. Yeah.
that we can hold within us, that, you know, when there are those waves, that we're just held in this beautiful loveness.
I love that. That's such a beautiful place. We are at our time here, so that's a beautiful place for us to wrap
Yes,
this up.
right.
Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and for being your sunshine self in the world, my friend
Thank
Sunshine.
thank you for giving me a place to show up and to be one with you. And I'm so very thrilled to be here on this earth at this special time.
So if you want to know more about Sunshine, just check out her links in the description of this video and come and play. There's so much yummy stuff going on in the world. So until next time.